everybody. We are coming to you from our daughter's room because she is napping in our room. Today we just wanted to talk about how we found out that I was pregnant, but as well as my symptoms, like early symptoms that should have told me to go take a pregnancy test, but I just decided not to. I found out that I was pregnant as soon as it happened, probably like 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. And I just want to make a video about that and add to the TWW 2-week wait symptom community.
She found out she's pregnant because I told her.
Yes. All right. First thing I want to talk about is how I found out that I was pregnant. Yes, like Kwame said, he's the one that told me, right?
Yeah, the baby whisperer. So I've been saying we was pregnant for years.
Anyway, around that time, like all of the people that both of us knew were pregnant or just finding out they were pregnant or just pregnant. So we're like, oh, whatever. Not us. Like all these pandemic babies, we're not going to add to that. And we did. But,
we was at the tail end of it, the well.
Yeah, pretty much. When we found out, it was like they was opening everything back up. But
no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
We found out
in June, like a couple days before my birthday.
10th. There was no restaurants open because I wanted to propose to you on your birthday.
Yes, he wanted to propose to me on my birthday, and I found out that I was pregnant like a couple of days before my birthday. So then people were like, "Oh, he proposed to you because you're pregnant." Like, bro, this is not the 50s. He had been planning this.
Yeah, I actually woke up in the shower. It was like a month before that, around the same time. Like, what come before June? May. So around May, I was like, I woke up in the shower. I was in the shower. I was like, I'm gonna propose to her, and I just put the plan together, bought the ring, called my boys. Was like, I'm gonna do this. And then I just went forward. And then
we found out we were pregnant. Right before I missed my period, Kwame started like being weird. Like when I say weird, he was, as soon as we woke up in the morning, he'd kiss my belly like, good morning. And he was like, talk to my belly and stuff. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I don't have a baby. Stop trying to act like I got a baby in there. And he's like, you got a baby in there. Yeah. So I'm like, whatever. So then I missed my period and I didn't think anything of it because I was still having PMS symptoms, which I will get into. I missed my period and he's like, let's just get a pregnancy test. I was like, for what? My period is coming.
Stop right there. Before you even did all that, you swore your cramp was coming. You had this like cramp concoction.
Yes, I had.
You tried to bake the baby. Like
I had a heating pad on my belly. I was taking Advil. Like I am a cramper during my period, so I just knew. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting these symptoms, so I'm definitely getting my period. And Kwame's like, no, you're not. So then we went and took the pregnancy test. He bought the pregnancy test.
I was joking, but
yeah, he was joking, but
I was like, yeah, it happens. I'll be happy if it don't. Okay.
Yeah. So I went, I took the pregnancy test and it was positive. Like as soon as I peed on it, like this much pee on that stick, and I was like, So then like throughout like the week and the week after, we probably got like how many tests? Maybe like 15 to 20 tests, taking all of them. Well, I bought all those.
I knew. So.
I took all of them because I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. Like, what? Like
the girl that want to get pregnant but surprised she's pregnant.
Yeah, but I didn't at the time. I was not thinking about babies at all. So, and I also was not in tune with my body. So when all these things were happening, I just knew that my period was coming. I'm very in tune with my body now, but then I was not.
You've been together for like almost a year at that point.
Oh, over a year, sir.
No.
It was over a year. In that house, we were living in there for less than a year. But we've been living together for over a year.
No, we wasn't.
I was living in your apartment.
No, you wasn't. You was visiting.
No, oh my gosh.
You had your own apartment.
No, I had broke my lease at that apartment, moved in with Kwame in his apartment. And then we went and got a house together. And then we bought another house.
My memory don't stretch right there for
That's your fault. That's your fault.
Sound like a roommate. Yeah.
That is not what this video is about. Okay. On to the symptoms. The symptoms that I had before I missed my period. One, I want to talk about cramps because that was just like the major thing that made me think that I was getting my period. And it didn't seem like any different type of cramps. It was just cramping, like a lot of cramping. So I'm like, another symptom that I had spotting. So that's why I was like, I kind of had like a baby period, which is weird. Like,
I gotta stay for listeners.
I guess you can go.
Yeah, no.
So yes, if anybody else wants to leave at this point, I'm going to be talking about a lot of TMI and bodily stuff. So head on off this video. But anyway, I was experiencing cramps, like I said, and I also had like a baby period, which I guess was the spotting for implantation because I was cramping so much. And then I had a bit of spotting, and I'm like, this is very odd, but I know my period's coming. Maybe it was just like a fluke. Like, I don't know. I was in such denial. And then another symptom that I had early on was I got sick. Like, I'm not a sick person. And during the whole pandemic, like, thankfully, I've never gotten the COVID. I never got that. But I felt sick, like, sick to my stomach. Like, it stopped me in my tracks type of sick. And I'm like, I thought I just ate something bad because, again, I've never been pregnant before, so I didn't know that there's this thing called implantation nausea. And it only lasts for like 45 minutes to an hour, and that's about the amount of time that I got sick. And it was just so strange, like it hit me out of nowhere. So I'm like, what's going on? And then another symptom that I had was my discharge changed, or cervical mucus, whatever it's called. That changed. Like one day it was like yellow, and then other couple of days it was like thick and white, then thin. Like it was a lot of changes in my cervical mucus. Again, I really felt nothing of it because it's about to start my period. Like, that stuff changes, I guess, but no. One of the major symptoms, besides cramping that I had, were headaches. Like, these are all very normal for me for my period. So, like, I get headaches, I get cramps, I get backaches, I get, like, change in cervical mucus. Like, I get all of that during my period. So, I couldn't tell the difference. But I had an increase in headaches. And normally when I get headaches, it's because maybe I need to change the prescription of my glasses, or I'm stressed out, or whatever. But around that time, like I said, or like Kwame said earlier, my birthday was coming up. And I knew he was doing something special. I just didn't know it was him proposing to me. But like, I was excited around that time. I was so happy. Like, I'm like, oh, yes, it's my birthday. I'm going to be with Kwame. Like, oh, it's going to be so great. Blah, blah, blah. But I was getting headaches. Like, it was just so much. I can't tell you if it was like on a certain side. I just know that it was a whole lot of headaches. And another major inclination, I guess, or symptom of early pregnancy for me was bloating. So I am naturally a slim girl, like very slim, and I don't have any like body or like stomach fat or anything like that ever. And for when I'm on my period, I also don't really bloat that much. Like, I don't know, I don't have anything going on with my belly. Again, so during that time we were getting ready to buy our new house, and I wanted to take a picture outside of our old house. So I put on this black bodycon dress, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be so cute standing outside of our house. And I put it on, and I hated how it looked on me because my belly was like protruding out of it. So I'm like, maybe I have to use the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, no. And then Kwame's like, well, did you overeat? I'm like, bro, you don't hear my stomach growling? Like, I'm hungry. I didn't overeat. I don't know why my belly is like this. And he's like, maybe you're pregnant. Ha ha ha. But I was pregnant, and I had a lot of bloating. Like, even in the dress that I bought for my birthday, I had bought the dresses maybe like a couple of weeks before. So like I said, I found out that I was pregnant a couple of days before my birthday. So I had already had these dresses that were like fitting to my body, and I did not like the way I looked on my birthday. And he ended up proposing to me on that day too, but I was super bloated as a symptom of pregnancy. Another symptom that I had, this is probably one of the last symptoms. I was like very moody. And I'm already a pretty emotional person, but I think what really got me was like, Kwame is a naturally playful person, and most of the times I can play around with him. Like, we're always playing and always laughing. But during that time, every single thing that he did was like so irritating. And it made, like, sometimes it even made me cry. I'm like, why do you play so much? He's like, well, what are you talking about? We always play. And I'm like, no. Whatever you're doing right now is just too much. Like, calm down. Pipe down, bro. I was very moody, very irritable. And again, that's a symptom of my period. So if you are somebody who has like really strong period symptoms, you might be in my boat where you're just so like, I don't know that I'm pregnant. You might be in that same boat. Or if you're not and you're more in tune with your body, some of these symptoms might, be like that. I also saw some of these videos where people talk about like dreams too. And I would say that is a symptom, but I'm a type of person who dreams often. Like, that's nothing out of the ordinary for me. I always dream, and they're always very vivid dreams. So during pregnancy, that didn't change. So if you are hoping to be pregnant or thinking that you're pregnant and you want to be pregnant, I wish baby on you. And if you're just here to watch the video, I thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you got some information out of it. Hopefully a little story, a background story about how I found out that I was pregnant. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in our next video.